What's up, everybody? It's the spiritual light passing through, Miss Pat, and I'm back at you with another video. And I know you like, wait a minute, let me adjust my damn screen. Hold on, is she wearing a blonde wig? What is happening here? I had to go hang out with the Gentiles today, and in my line of work, they tend to feel more comfortable when you look like them. They tend to feel more comfortable when they feel like you're like them, okay? That you're a Gentile-ish way of thinking, worldly, not spiritual, none of those things that make them feel uncomfortable, all right? Every day, we put on our mask and our costumes. The only day that I'm not in costume, usually, is Halloween. I'm myself. I don't even celebrate them days, but those days I do not come to work dressed up as anything. I just look at people and I sit back and I'm like, whoa, wow, that's crazy. But every day is Halloween when you're working amongst the Gentiles and you are fully aware of who you are, okay? And this is the reason why I made this video. Real witchcraft versus spiritual knowledge and warfare. During that time, Christians do not understand this whole analogy of witchcraft. Anything that they don't understand is considered witchcraft. If it's crystals, it's witchcraft. If it's, you know what I'm saying, reading other books is witchcraft. All kind of shit is witchcraft as far as they're concerned. You understand what I'm saying? What they don't understand is what true witchcraft is, and that's the reason why I made this video, so we can clear up this whole entire woo-woo shit. I wanted you all to understand what participating in witchcraft truly is, and how it appears to other people. All right, you go to work every day, you putting on a garb, you act like you understand. What's up, Jim? What's up, Nancy? How are ya? You do all the phony crap that you need to do to be able to get your paycheck. All right? And what you don't understand is that to a person that is unknowledgeable, you go to work, you pray that, I'll say this. Let me revamp all of that. You go to work, you act like you're Gentiles. You making them feel comfortable. You laugh, you talk, you make little small talk with them. And when you're at home, you're quietly praying for the demise of their world. Now, to a Gentile, that would look like witchcraft to them. Because that's the end of their world. You're praying against their happiness, okay? And to them, yeah, that's considered witchcraft. You praying against us? Us? We gave you a job. That's how it looks to them, okay? And that's how it looked to people once upon a time in Haiti, when they came over there and the Haitians did what they did, and the Most High listened and kicked their ass. So they turned around and said that voodoo and things like that, oh, that's witchcraft. Stay away from that. I'd say stay away from it too if it whipped my ass. But that's not. But you don't understand why they want to tell you it's witchcraft, so you don't do that to them. Okay? So I dress like this and come in and make them feel comfortable. But on Fridays and part Saturdays and most of the days of the week, I'm talking to my father about bringing down their whole entire world. What do you consider that? Is that witchcraft? Do you consider that witchcraft? I don't consider it witchcraft. But if I was on the other side of that table, yeah, that would be witchcraft to me. Okay? I don't at times understand how Christians come up and say, what's this? And, oh, that's soothsaying and this and this and that. Now, I need you all to understand and go back with me in time. There once upon a time was a man called King James. King James did not particularly like soothsayers and witches of that sort. But he was in a world where many of them were all around. They were called Druids. They were called Israelites and Hebrews and things like that. And they could call thunder from the sky. They called lightning from the sky and light shit on fire. Tell you things that actually came true. And sometimes that kind of thing, when you're in the wrong of doing things, is not such great, pleasant information that you want to hear. All right? So when the Hebrews got in trouble and things like that, you know what I'm saying, and their stuff and their information was out there and they getting ran out of different places, people picked up their information. They saw it was some good stuff inside of here, really good stuff. And then there was some stuff in there that they didn't understand. And then there was some stuff in there that let them see that other people, what these people who picked up their information, if they got it and did stuff with it, certain things would happen to them. So that was things that are like, I don't know if I want to see all of that. Let's push that over. That seems kind of dangerous. Ooh, these people know some stuff. We definitely got to kill their asses. Okay? Now, King James sits up here and says, I don't want to completely throw it away because there's something about these people's stuff that makes me feel kind of funny, so I can't destroy it all. But I can make my own version. Now, when people say versions, the King James Version, that's what KJV or whatever. That's what that stands for, a version. Once upon a time, the Carpenters made, I think, a song called Hello. And it was nice. But it didn't get no airplay until the Isley Brothers got their hands on it. It was like, hello, hello. You know what I'm saying? When the brothers put their spin on it, it totally took the song to a whole nother level. Okay? That's what we consider versions. All right? Same song, different effect. All right? There's a little bit more put into the Isley Brothers versions of Hello than the Carpenters version. Okay? Same thing with the King James Version and the true actual makeup of our documents before the Gentiles got their hands on them. Total different situation. So if we talking about if the Isley Brothers could take a song made by the Carpenters and just take it to a whole nother level, people making babies all over the world on it, people, you understand, getting dates off this kind of thing, and the original Carpenter song just did, what makes you think that our information wasn't the same way? Now, King James being King James, he took what he wanted to out and put in others. And then as time went on, people went and kind of, once the Catholic Church got their hands on it, Lord, they really took stuff out of there. Okay? They took stuff out of there about the women. Oh, no, we can't have them in there. No, ma'am. We can't have the women feeling good about themselves now. Okay? We got to be able to take all this other stuff about hope and help and all of that stuff up out of there. We got to take all this magical stuff up out of there too. Ooh, let's just mix it up. Let's just, put that in one book, put that in this book. They did a lot of manipulating to our stuff. And then turned around and told us, because we're naturally innate to do things, that if we did them when they came to our different shores, this is witchcraft. And why is it witchcraft? It will be witchcraft because you could defeat them with your abilities. And you, being a child, does not understand. They killed all the older people to be able to help you understand your abilities in many situations. All the people that had any true knowledge were killed immediately. So as a child, they see these things popping up in you that you naturally know how to do. And it makes them nervous. So the first thing they do is label it witchcraft. Okay? Now, there are certain things in our society that we need to understand. Even with our so-called people who are inside our churches, and they are called preachers, and they do this prosperity preaching every Sunday about all the things that you're going to get if you ask the Lord for. Now, what you don't understand is that they're doing a major form of witchcraft, and that is making you curse yourself. People can do it all the time, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. Okay? Now, you've got prosperity preachers telling you to pray about a job that the owner on your job is a Gentile. And Gentiles don't have to be white. They can be black. But majority of them in our world are white. Okay? And it doesn't matter. This is not a situation. A Gentile way is a way of thinking. Okay? A worldly way of thinking. Now, you sit up here and you're praying. Now, I want you to understand how the curse works. and how the person who's telling you gets their payment for cursing you as well inside of a church. You sitting there listening, Lord, give you that car. All you got to do is pray and believe and know that and speaking it to existence that it's going to be there when you say it is. That you're going to trust the Lord for it. And da-da-da-da-da. And all of that. Okay? Even though the Most High ain't even interested in all of that. Okay? If he want to give you something, he'll give it to you. Everything is inside his reach. So it ain't much. He knows what you have need of and what he what he wants to give you. Okay? But this particular person is telling you, this is how you do this. It's through this prayer. Now I'm going to show you how you cursing yourself. If you asked them for a $20 hike on your job as far as a raise is concerned, and you praying, Lord, please let them give me a raise on my job. I need you to sit back and think with me right now. You are asking your Heavenly Father to bless your employer enough for him to think about you and give you $20 extra more per hour on your paycheck. Who's getting blessed more? Your employer or you? Who did you just kick in the face? Your employer or you? Who did you just bless? Your employer or you? You just blessed your employer because your employer is going to get more money. That don't necessarily mean he got to give you a dime. And usually that's how it works. You'll turn around on your job and you sitting up here like, man, they got all these new accounts and everything. I've been here 10 years. They should at least give me a raise. And then you wonder why you're not getting no raise. It's because you've been in church praying for the upliftment and the increase of your employer and not your damn self. And the person who taught you how to do that is a master wizard, and that's your preacher. That's how that went. That's true witchcraft. That's witchcraft in its highest form. To get a person to curse they self. Every consecutive time they open their mouth about what they want from this particular world. A lot of y'all don't get that. You don't get it and you don't understand it. Yes, your Father is rich. He'll give you as far as you can see. But can you see how you're asking him to increase your enemy? That's what's been happening all this time. Now you're being awakened to it. That's true witchcraft. It's subtle. You don't even realize you're doing it. I told you all, it's a way of focusing your mind on something so hard until it makes itself present in your reality. And some of us be on it. Lord, 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 please, I need it, I want it. Okay. And because you under curses, there you go. There you go. Your money is going out to the door to your captor. Okay? You're a captive to your captor. It's increasing. And you wonder why this nation is so damn rich? Okay? Now, these are part of your curses. Yes, he said you going to till the land. You were going to build houses, never live in them. You was going to do all of that. But you didn't realize that the devil was going to have one of his boys standing there to be able to really increase the prosperity. They prosperity preachers for a reason. Their payment for them red bottoms and that Gucci is your ass giving all your money to them. $50 in tithes, $20, $200. Yeah, he can afford. I would be able to afford the money too. If I got 100 fools sitting in front of me cursing themselves and giving me cash. That's witchcraft. All right? Then you got your movies. Constantine, where he had the triangle on his wrist and all that other stuff, and he could be able to summons up the devil himself and talk to him. All they doing is showing you sacred geometry. That piece of paper that I showed you with that symbol on it, that I used for the last 20 years I've used to keep the psychic attacks from hitting me. That particular symbol It's sacred geometry. Every side of the part of the triangle has to be the same size, and the circle has to be a certain way. Okay, has to be a certain size, and the triangle has to be able to hit on every side. Has to be the same diameter. You understand? These things are inside of Harry Potter. All this other stuff. Harry Potter's scratch on top of his head was a bolt of lightning. A bolt of lightning is also the symbol for the coming of the Messiah. Okay? All of these things are right in front of your face. But you think they're witchcraft, but your counterpart is in your face. Just look at it. This y'all shit. You understand? We using it. But what you don't understand is they only using the bits and pieces that were left there, because when you went into exile, the Shekinah went into exile with you. That means all the abilities to make all of that stuff work went into exile right with you. And it went to sleep. Just like you forgot who you are. Your powers are sitting dormant within inside of you. Okay? You wonder why women were placed at the bottom? We can make more powerful children that turn into powerful women and men. Yeah, they busted the woman all the way down to a complete and utter whore. When once upon a time she was a true queen that thought with her husband, not fighting her husband, but thought with him. The only people who have problems with their husbands is usually the Gentile woman. It's got a lot of issues with her husband because he always tells her to sit your ass down somewhere. Yeah, I'll pull your ass out and let everybody see it, all on porn and everything. Just have you out there just getting dogged which way I want to. If it means that I can make a buck off of you. But our men were not like that. And we weren't like that with our men. Okay, the black woman has always got a problem. No, we know our men and our men know us. Okay, but you let another person, another group of people define who you are. You understand why the bees in nature have a queen? Why they all work hard as hell to keep her shielded? That was the same way we did with our women here in ancient times. We just don't remember. But your counterpart, your enemy is going to tell you everything about you, even though nature is a reflection of you, is witchcraft. Having women that are powerful there means they're angry black women. Last time I checked, a lion's got lioness, and those lioness, baby, will kill your ass quicker than your eyes can blink. He ain't got to do much of nothing. He gonna let his girls handle you. Nature has a lot to do with it. Some of the worst killers are females. Now come on. But your counterpart is gonna tell you that's witchcraft. Well, what about New Orleans? What's going on with New Orleans? New Orleans was a comicosm of different types of Africans. Okay? And because they had nothing else to fight with, you have to understand that there were also some slave owners who were doing some real wicked, crazy things. Like if a woman was beautiful, they would kill her, drink her blood. And they were doing that in front of the slaves so they could be young. That shit ain't went nowhere. What you think organ trafficking is? They're still, and taking of babies and things like that. And it's usually our children that they're snatching up. They're drinking their blood so they can stay young and beautiful. That's some witchcraft in itself too. So you mad at the Geechee woman in New Orleans who was trying to protect her people from a crazy plantation owner's wife that's on some crazy shit in her house that they can't get away from? Sometimes I wonder about that. About the levels of who calls what witchcraft and how it's being seen. Because true witchcraft, and anybody who's ever dibbed and dabbled understands this. You ain't supposed to do no harm to anybody. You don't want to do anything to hurt anybody. Okay? And second of all, if you understand what witchcraft truly is, and that is how can I say this plainly? There is a such thing as witchcraft that when people are doing it for self-gratification, if you're doing it to control people, if you're doing it to sit up here and get money, make somebody love you, all of these things that are going against other people's free will and selfish purposes, now you're in the area of witchcraft. When you are doing things for the help of other people, now you're in the area of spiritual warfare as well as spiritual knowledge. There are two sides, just like the ladder of the tree of life. Two sides, evil side, bad side, okay? It all depends on the practitioner and what their intent is. That brings me to the point of Moses when he was inside of the Egyptian court. Moses didn't need Aaron to do anything because these are people he was already familiar with. He was a prince of Egypt. He could speak the language. The language he could not speak was the language to the Hebrews. That's why he needed his brother there. Okay? But when it came down to him being in front of the Pharaoh and stuff like that, he was right at home. He was well educated, understood things. And the Pharaoh's priest understood he was well educated. They all in the same schools, okay? Same training, all right? So yes, usually evil gonna move with a pack of motherfuckers. They can't stay by themselves. You understand? This is Moses standing on his own with the Most High, and evil is standing here with two people talking mad stuff. And evil always has two weapons that never fail them, okay? And that is mockery and accusations each and every time, okay? Now you got Moses over here standing with the Most High. He threw his staff down and it became a snake. But Moses is also tapped into a knowledge that is limitless, whereas your pharaohs are tapped into a magic or a knowledge that is limited. It's limited because of the source in which it's coming from. Hatred, anger, greed. You understand? Seeking of fame. Seeking to be someone important. Those areas of power are temporary and will die off quick as far as energy is concerned. All right? But Moses is tapped into that energy of the Most High. That's the reason why his snake could devour the other two priests' snake. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are two different types of priesthoods battling, and you got to see that example so you could understand true witchcraft when you saw it. Witchcraft is temporary. Spiritual warfare, spiritual knowledge, that is limitless. Do you understand now? Completely. You need to understand these concepts because people go around talking about we weren't supposed to bother that. You weren't supposed to bother that, and people sit up there and say you're not supposed to bother that because it was your shit and you were kicking their asses with that. So they would naturally tell you when you're in a state of amnesia and don't know who you are to stay away from that. Even though that keeps coming into your life constantly through dreams, through premonitions, through all kinds of things. It's making its way and knocking at your door whether you like it or not. Okay? We don't understand this way of trying to see what witchcraft is and what witchcraft isn't. Yes, in your Bible it says soothsayers and people and this and this and that. Soothsayers and people who are doing things are people who are doing things for money. Let me I can show you my future and all this other stuff. And they are full of crap because it's just suggestions. And they listen to your conversation long enough and tell you, yes, I think you have a husband somewhere. I just told you had a husband. I told you I had a husband a couple of minutes ago. Or I told you I had a love problem. So automatically you're going to say husband or lover and yes, and this is going on and this and this is happening. True card players, they don't know. They ain't got to know nothing. Card readers don't got to know nothing. They go, that's what's going on with you. And you sitting there like, I didn't tell this woman nothing. And she told me my whole damn life. A true seer is going to sit up here and say, what's going on? They ain't going to say, in fact, you ain't even got to tell them what's going on. They going to feel it off your energy, what's going on with you. I usually tell people, stop lying to me. I already see what happened. This is what happened. This is how this situation started. And they sitting up here like, because they trying to make me feel sorry for them. I've already heard what you had to say. I'm already seeing the real situation that happened. You just feed me some bullshit right now. But I see what's really going on. These are what they're talking about, soothsayers. And you also have to realize that somebody went into your Bible and said different things, just like they changed the different names. They said, thou should not let a witch live, when it should have been a poisoner. How many poisoners we got in the world right now? Can you say Dr. Fauci? All right. How many poisoners do we have in the world right now that's messing around with all of these different types of things and making people sick just to see what happens? Oh, well, we needed to change that to a witch. So when we sit up here and turn around and say witchcraft, you automatically point, oh, that's them people doing that stuff and walking around in capes and all kind of stuff saying rah, rah, rah. Stupid shit. Just stupid woo stuff. This is what you have to understand, y'all. Your enemy gonna tell you to stay away from stuff that can turn around and kick their butt. Now that you ain't been praying for them, look what's been going on. Look at what's going on. We ain't even got to our new year yet. And in my next video, I'm gonna tell y'all how to what the things the women need to do to get some real stuff cracking around this piece. If you really want this whole situation to stop, do what I tell you this weekend, this Day of Atonement, baby. You want to see this place go up for real? Honey, we gonna wait till the next video that I tell you about the Day of Atonement and what to do, ladies, because this has a lot to do with the house. This has a lot to do with your house during the time of atonement. They're getting your house ready for the Most High to come visit you and your family. All right? But I just wanted to tell y'all, got excited. I just wanted to tell y'all, by coming here in my garb that I do battle at when I'm at work, I'm going to tell you like this. And this is how y'all not used to things. And you're going to judge me about this. If I came and I was an attorney for you and I came and how I show up in all my other videos, you would be like, But if you walk up into my office like this and I come see you, hello, how are you? Would you like to sit down? What's going on? What's happening with your case? You're going to be feeling way more comfortable with me. You want to know why? You've been trained by Gentiles. Just the hair alone going to have you rock-a-band and ready to throw your money down because I appear like them. I appear to look as though that lady look like they pay her money in this motherfucker for a reason. Okay? But it's all a glimmer. I'm just like you. I'm in captivity just like you. I'm a Hebrew just like you. But because of what the Gentiles have trained you to see, you believe what you see. And it is what it is. It's all about this, baby. You're going to have to start thinking, using this and using these to see into the spirits of others. Can't always believe what you see. Sometimes you have to look a little deeper. Okay? And that's the difference between witchcraft and spiritual knowledge and warfare, baby. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.